It goes without saying that the most enthralling mysteries are the ones that will never be solved. Today we're counting down the top 10 greatest travel mysteries of all time, ranging from ghostly apparitions to vanished planes, abandoned ships, and strange man-made marvels. Before we begin, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that post notification bell so that you never miss a video. Alright, now into our list. At number 10, the disappearance of Mallory and Irvine. For decades now, courageous adventurers have been captivated by Mount Everest's majesty and scale, and even now, only slightly more than half of those who attempt to reach its top succeed. Consider the additional difficulties of attempting the ascent back in 1924. In June of that year, George Mallory and Andrew Irvine started on the final leg of their summit ascent. Sadly, they never returned from the summit and went lost until Mallory's frozen body was recovered in 1999. If the couple had reached the summit, they would have been the world's first, beating Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing Norgay by nearly 30 years. At number 9, the Stonehenge. Stonehenge is maybe Europe's most famous prehistoric monument. The UNESCO World Heritage Site, which was erected some 5,000 years ago, has inspired and perplexed people for decades, but three fundamental issues remain unanswered. Who built the Stonehenge, how did they accomplish it, and why? Many have questioned how the stones were carried and built, especially given their average weight of 25 tons each. But in the absence of modern technology and superhighways, how this was accomplished remains a mystifying question. At number 8, the abandoned Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste, a British-American ship, was discovered empty and floating in the Atlantic on December 4, 1872. Except for a lifeboat that has been boarded in an orderly way, it was discovered to be seaworthy and with all of its contents intact. But why is that? Because no one on board was ever heard from again. We may never know. Mutiny, pirate attack, and an attack by a huge octopus or sea monster have all been proposed over the years. There were 8 crew members missing, as well as the captain's wife and son, and no one knew why. At number 7, the St. Louis Ghost Train. Despite the fact that the railway line on the village's outskirts were destroyed many years ago, residents continue to see weird lights floating above the old tracks as if a ghost train was passing by. The lights approach closer and then fade away before reaching the railway crossing in the middle of St. Louis, according to every apparent first-hand eyewitness. Could a furious ghost be haunting the streets of St. Louis? At number 6, Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines, which span an immense coastal plain in Peru, are both spectacular and mysterious. The region, which stretches for over 200 miles, is home to over 300 massive geoglyphic drawings that appear to be engraved into the earth. The ancient Nazca people created the masterpieces, which range from spiders to cactus, more than 2,000 years ago. But why and how remains a mystery. Some of the etchings are 1,200 feet long and incredibly intricate. How did civilization create such massive and elaborate designs when the forms are nearly undetectable from ground level? At number 5, the Egyptian Pyramids. These amazing structures, which rise as high as 481 feet and date from around 2550 BC, are one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Millions of people visit the pyramids each year for worthwhile purposes. The buildings were created as tombs for the country's pharaohs, but how they were constructed is quite the mystery. More than 2.3 million limestone and granite stones had to be carried and placed into place to build Egypt's Great Pyramid, the greatest of Egypt's 3 pyramids of Giza. How did the Egyptians accomplish such a task without modern equipment? We may never know. At number 4, Easter Island. As Easter Island demonstrates, not all mysteries entail ghosts. The lonely Polynesian isle is isolated in the Pacific Ocean and is known for its magnificent Moai sculptures, which were erected between 1250 and 1500 AD. Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui, was discovered by Dutch Admiral Jacob Roggeveen on Easter Sunday, 1722. The massive stone figures, some as tall as 33 feet, weighing over 80 tons, captivated him. Easter Island will always remain enthralling, regardless of how these UNESCO protected wonders were created. At number 3, Roswell, New Mexico. Roswell, New Mexico is perhaps most known for being the site of America's first UFO sighting. The wreckage of a fallen weather balloon was discovered on a ranch owner's land in 1947, and the local Air Force certified the debris to be a crashed weather balloon. Many people believe the unexplained item was an alien flying saucer, and conspiracy theories have been circulating since then. The US military then claimed that the balloon might have been part of a highly classified atomic espionage mission. No one knows for sure what happened in Roswell all those years ago. At number 2, the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle has long been associated with mysterious disappearances. Almost 100 ships and planes have inexplicably vanished in this area, which stretches across the Atlantic Ocean between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. The seas near Bermuda are also reported to contain the highest density of shipwrecks per square mile in the world. Many important events have occurred in this triangle over the ages, notably the loss of the USS Cyclops. Others were never seen again after being discovered abandoned for no apparent reason. At number 1, Flight 19. After the loss of Flight 19, the Bermuda Triangle tale originated. 5 Navy bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida for a training session. The planes, known as Flight 19, were supposed to be in the air for 3 hours, but for some reason, none of the 5 planes made it home. What happened to the 14 experienced guys who went into the clouds on what should have been a routine trip? Many people assume the plane ran out of fuel and fell into the water. The US Navy, Army, and Coast Guard all teamed up to conduct one of the greatest searches in history, but nothing was discovered. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Vacation Vibes, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.